Hey, Sonoran Sounder here for the Quarantine Cup 62, I believe it is, playoffs. This is the 2 versus 3 game between Zagon and Shanahan. Looks like Zagon is player 1 here. So let's take a look at the board. Looks like a little bit of everything here. Stewart seems like an obvious opening to get some trashing in. You've got Ducat, Capital, Council Room, lots of plus buy. Warehouse for some sifting. I'm not sure that you ever pick it up if you can get thin with Stewart. Stewart much better than Warehouse on the open. Maybe later on you pick one up. I don't know. You got Farming Village and City as your villages. Council Room for lots of draw. Of course, Steward can draw as well. You've got castles. That always makes things interesting. Displace is another form of trashing, exiling, but effectively getting bad cards out of your deck or improving cards in your deck. And then, of course, you got Haggler, which is we'll certainly see lots of use on this board with villages and draw. So Haggler looks to be a pretty key card as well. Oh, Invest. Invest is always an interesting, tricky one. As a way to get draw as other players buy. And then, of course, we've got Labyrinth with plenty of plus buy on the board. Those Labyrinth points will certainly go probably somewhat quickly here. So Zagon gets the 4-3, which looks real nice. Certainly you get a Steward is one of those. I guess Steward Silver is reasonable. Shanahan's got kind of an, I think, unfortunate 5-2. I mean, Displace is a great opening. I might even consider double Steward on a 3-4 here. A little risky, but Shanahan gets the Ducat. Doesn't get to trash with it, but gets the plus buy in his deck right away. Oh, Zagon takes the coins to get a Displace rather than trashing there with the Steward. Okay, Shanahan exiles the Ducat to get a Farming Village. Obviously, they got the Ducat right back, so now they've got more plus buy in their hand. Yeah, Labyrinth points. So as we thought, Labyrinth points are going to go pretty quickly here. Zagon, I guess, could use investing in City. I don't like that. I don't think we're going to see cities go for quite a while here. Farming Village is just a better village at this point in the game. Obviously, eventually cities are nice, but Shanahan gets a Warehouse, so makes sense, gives him more targets for his Displace. Did he get yeah, he did get a Steward last turn as well. So filtering for trashing and finding his better cards. Picks up another village here, gets a Warehouse, more Labyrinth points. So Shanahan looks to be ahead here. You got to trash here, don't you? Zagon just has not been trashing. It's kind of a sad trash, but takes a city and takes one out of exile. Not a fan of the cities. They're just not doing anything for you at this point of the game. So Shanahan cycling through his deck with the Warehouse. Does use the Steward for drawing here. Displaces into yet another Ducat. Gets to trash a copper in the process. Second Steward for Zagon. I think that makes sense for them. They really need to trash. More Labyrinth points probably incoming here for Shanahan. Well, maybe not. Maybe just buy one card here. Yeah, picks up the Haggler. Seems like his deck is certainly ready for that. Good draw here for Zagon, getting the villages and then the Council Room. Gets to displace that estate into another village. They certainly have plenty of villages now. 3 buys with 6. I mean, yeah, I mean, their deck isn't quite as ready for a Haggler as Shanahan's, but I think the Haggler makes sense here. Yeah, Shanahan's just off to the races here. These warehouses are doing work. They've got the villages, they've got the draw, they've got the Haggler now. They don't have quite as much draw. They could certainly use a council room right about now. Although they can use steward for drawing as well. And they do go city and then pick up the steward off the Haggler, so makes sense. All right, playing quick. Zagon picks up a ducat. Gets a trash in with the steward. Shanahan again just going through most of his deck here. No money, though. That's the challenge with these 2 warehouses, is that they're just not getting much money in their deck. I guess here you can get a farming village steward with the Haggler in play. Yep, that's what they do there, and pick up the last labyrinth points. So winning the labyrinth points is certainly nice. Zagon with an unfortunate starting hand. All their draw cards, and now they get all their villages. Shanahan once again getting through his deck with farming village hits his only estate. That's a nice hit. Gets him through a little bit more of his deck. Trashes those coppers. What do you do here? Do you displace the... I don't think you play the... Well, they are going to displace the Haggler. Okay, yeah, they get the council room, bank a coffer. Shanahan needs to get a little more econ into their deck at this point. Maybe a capital, or I suppose they could pick up a second Haggler. At this point, that would be the most logical plan, with 1 in exile, buy a Haggler this turn. Then you'll have 2 Hagglers in play, and you'll be back up to 5 or 6 coins. So, again, kind of 2 sad turns in a row there for Zagon. Shanahan going right through his deck again. I don't even know if he'll need to play this council room. I suppose, yeah, you want to get all those coppers back, don't you? There's the Haggler. So he should be, yeah, that's perfect. Gets both Hagglers into his deck before the shuffle. Finds one of them, which is sufficient here. Would have been nice to find the second. So he's got up to 7 here. So I assume this is, okay, Gold City. Yep, building up his econ as we talked about. A little better shuffle here for Zagon, as they're going to be able to draw a deck. Their deck is starting to come together now. It's just taken quite a bit longer. Not sure what those last 2 cards are. It does go ahead and trash the 2 coppers. Both with 2 estates in exile. I think you play the Haggler and you displace the silver into a 5 here. They'll have to spend a bunch of coffers to buy a... They go ahead and exile the ducat into a farming village. Okay. So are they planning to get that ducat back? I guess you could get it back off the Haggler. So you could get something like city ducat here. They go gold council room. Okay, they should have enough villages to support that. That makes sense. Shanahan again drawing well with a nice deck. See if they want to get a platinum into their deck. They can certainly support it. Buy a platinum and get 2 5s off of your hagglers, something like a city and a council room. Get to displace the last estate here. Take the village. They do take the platinum. And yeah, city council room looks good. We'll see how big they decide to build here. I mean, they could certainly start just buying a single colony, which I think probably makes sense because you can gain, with your 2 hagglers, you can gain another platinum if you want it, plus more 5s, or if they choose to have a similar turn this time and gain another platinum city council room and then start double colonying. Yep, so Zagon drawing now. Just the 1 haggler. I would like to see them pick up another haggler here. They got plenty of draw, as you can see, with the council room sitting in their hand. Let's see, yeah. They do displace the silver this time. I wanted to see them do that last time. Do they still have the ducat in? Yeah, they still have the ducat in exile. So they're going to take their platinum and maybe just a haggler off of that. No need for more draw or more villages. They do platinum and gain the haggler. So yeah, like I said, Zagon's deck coming together, but I think they're just like a turn and a half behind Shanahan here. So it's going to be real tough to make up the ground unless Shanahan duds along the way. Warehouse into haggler, so now they got 3 hagglers. Did they top deck a haggler? They could have drawn that up with the steward, right? Yeah, I guess getting rid of those 2 coppers makes sense. Less chance of a dud. So I think here you go. Well, again, it's a, you could go colony and then pick up like a platinum in a city off the hagglers. You could just keep building, pick up another platinum, and then a city and a council room. Okay, they do get 1 colony. Yeah, and with all the coffers, they can colony 2 city and then gold 2 cities. City council room. Okay, makes sense. Doesn't want to activate the cities going into Zagon's turn. So yeah, seems like great buys, and now they'll be in position to easily draw a deck. Well, easily, assuming they find their draw cards here at the top. Zagon again with lots of overdraw. I'd like to see them, I think, displace a steward into another haggler. And then they could draw that up and get 3 hagglers into play here. They do not go that route. Displace platinum into colony, and then I guess buy the colony back here, or buy the platinum back here. So like platinum, and then off the haggler get another haggler and maybe another displace for them. So like platinum displace haggler, Again, they have coffers they can use as well, so they probably should. This should probably be 2 buys. One of them should be platinum and gain like Hagler Displace, and then with the other buy, again, I don't know if they want to activate the cities for Shanahan, but buy like a city off the other one and get their ducat out of exile. Okay, so they just straight up buy the colony and get their platinum back that way. Yeah, I think they need to use their coffers here. There's no reason to save them up. Even doing the colony gain a platinum, gain a Hagler, and then with your 5, you could, those 5 coffers could be, buy a Hagler, gain a ducat, take your other ducat out of exile, maybe even gain a silver. I mean, you've got the draw for it to boost up your econ. They do take the city, which probably won't matter. I mean, Shanahan's got so much draw. They do get 2 colonies that turn. So Shanahan has to be careful here and think through what Zagon's deck can accomplish. So it looks like Folavora won their tiebreaker and played Mick. I don't know if they won or not. Probably won if they're waiting for the winner of this. Yeah, so Shanahan now, especially with these cities activated, has tons of overdraw. And again, they just need to think through here what is safe in terms of lowering colonies. I think they can take 2 here. Can they? Maybe 2 is not safe. Exiles a colony into a province. Okay, that makes sense. Lots of Haglers in play. Oh, they can just pile here. Yeah. I wasn't even looking at piles, but that's gaining coppers. There's some style points. Gaining coppers off these Haglers. Well, there we go. Yep, Shanahan, I wasn't even looking at piles, but yeah, it was a pretty easy pile out with all those Haglers in play. Just kind of overlooked that, but good game to Shanahan. They built a nice lead early and kept the pressure on all game. So I guess we're going to a new table. Folavora and Shanahan. I believe this is the 3 and the 4 seeds. Oh, yes, that's right. I believe they played in the big games semifinals. Folavora and Shanahan. I think that was the match that Shanahan had some really rough draws. And Folavora won relatively easily due to that. And then Folavora did go on and win the Big Games Championship, so congratulations to them for doing that. Now trying to pick up a second trophy in 1 week is Folavora. Shanahan is player 1 here. Let's take a look at the board. Ooh, we got some good stuff here. Border Village and Villa are your... and Native Village. You got several village options here with, of course, Border Village allowing you to pick up 5s with it. So I think the early strategy is going to be to try to hit 6 as often as possible so you can get Border Village And then certainly first with that, you want an upgrade to thin out your deck, improve your estates. Well, upgrade your estates, not improve. Improve is a different a different card. And then eventually you want to pick up some bridge trolls off of those border villages. Black market, of course, that changes the game significantly. I mean, you've got trashing, you've got village, you've got couple plus buy cards here. So I guess draw is the main thing you're missing here. So I'm assuming you're going to pick up some black markets in order to find some good draw. And then you've got trade as another way to trash. I assume they're going to be using more upgrades, but there might be some situational plays where trade makes sense. So let's take a look at what they opened. Improve, 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 engineer. And then Shanahan plays the improve, gets the villa so they can play their second improve, and then buys the engineer here, and then gets to improve their villa into an upgrade. So yeah, some nice improve shenanigans on this board in terms of, I would assume mostly improving villas into upgrades. I don't see why you couldn't also improve an upgrade into a border village. And then once you gain that border village, get the upgrade right back if you wanted to. You know, maybe that's not worth it. There's probably better things to upgrade. Folavora does the same thing in terms of improving their villa into an upgrade. Shanahan pays off the debt, gets a native village. Folavora gets their engineer into play here. Takes the villa, which they can play right away in order to hit 5 and get the second upgrade, so that looks nice. Second upgrade here for Shanahan after also getting a villa off the engineer. Just 3 here. Is this another engineer for Folavora, or do you go into the black market? Oh, another improve. Okay. Shanahan with the same decision here. And yep, another improve. I guess you got plenty of villages to be able to support these improves, which are really nice cards on this board. So Foley hits 5 here. Does elect to go with the third upgrade. So these upgrades will help them get nice and thin. So let's see if they do improve and upgrade into a border village here. I don't know if that's really worth it. Not sure what else they'd be improving. They could improve their native village into a black market. Getting close probably where bridge trolls make sense. Yep, Shanahan does go with the bridge troll here. Does upgrade the border village. Upgrade into a border village, and then I guess just keeps the other improve. Thinning a copper, turning a state into another improve. So we're already looking at piles getting low with 4 villas, 3 upgrades, 3 improves. I didn't think we'd be this low on upgrades at this point of the game, or ever maybe. But that is your only real trasher on this board, unless you find something in the black market, which both players have passed on to this point. Shanahan upgrades their estate into an improve and hits 4 here. I mean, I kind of want a black market, but yeah, I guess the engineer certainly puts pile pressure on. Foley takes the last improve. Thins out another copper and hits 3 here. just another engineer. No interest in the black market. Six here for Shanahan. I assume this is like Border Village Bridge Troll. Of course, animal fairs are starting to look like real attractive econ as well. With a pile gone, they now give you a plus buy and then the 4 coins. Plenty of villages to support that as well. And of course, you can purchase it by trashing an action card. Maybe a spare villa in hand could potentially be turned into an animal fair. Yeah, I mean, I would grab Border Village Bridge Troll. I'm not sure what else they're considering here. I guess another engineer, possibly. Something in an engineer. Villa Estate. Interesting. Okay. Okay. They elect to pile out the villas. I guess probably more so as a denial play. To take away that option of gaining villas to fully. And I guess they bought the estate with, piles now super low, just wanting to have that one extra VP. Foley does trash their last estate. There's a black market. I don't know if we'll ever see it. I can only get one of these 3 cards into play. They have a debt token, so this is looking pretty good for Shanahan at this point. I assume you play the improve here. I'm not sure what you're gaining with the engineer at this point. You could gain native villages if you need village support. With no improves and no villas, these engineers are kind of sad at this point of the game. Okay, decides to keep the estate. I'm gonna just thin out a copper. And they do take the animal fair here. Trashing the engineer, I assume? Nope, the improve. Again, I'm just not sure what the engineer is doing for you with villas and improves gone. Oh, did they get 2? No, they got 1 animal fair. And then improve the upgrade into a border village duchy. Yeah, that's good. Definitely need the points. You want to take the points lead here. Shanahan, their deck is probably not capable of piling, although with all the improves, it's certainly possible. Shanahan does trash their engineer for an animal fair, and then does the border village duchy thing as well. So Foley hits 4 here. They do have an improve in place, so they can improve that upgrade again into border village duchy. Not sure again what this engineer is doing. Gaining. I don't think you want native villages at this point. And then obviously this late in the game, the black market's not doing anything for you. Unless you can find a good green card. I guess you can gain estates with this engineer. If you want points. Or I guess just not play it. Buys a Marauder. Okay, so doesn't play the Engineer, but buys a Marauder. Or not. Or not. Oh, they just ended their buys. They also want another Animal Fair. Makes sense, yeah. That's a better use of the Engineer. Turning it into an Animal Fair. Going to be hard for... Of course, they do not take the points lead here. I guess it would be pretty hard for Shanahan to be able to pile the last 3 upgrades. But potentially could, right? If they draw another Improve, they can snag 2 of them by improving Upgrade into Border Village Upgrade, improving the Bridge Troll into Border Village Upgrade, and then they would just need to find another... Well, they don't have any 4-point cards. Find another 5-point card. But then they'd also need another Improve or just hit 5. Okay, yeah, they do. That's right. They hadn't done the Improve yet, so they were able to do the Border Village Duchy again. With the Bridge Troll in place, they can turn coppers into estates. That's kind of nice, given how much of a premium points are. Do they go Duchy Estate here? They can really put pile pressure on the estates. Or estate. No, that's probably too risky. I think you buy Duchy Estate and then you improve an upgrade into a Border Village or a villa into a... No, yeah, you improve the upgrade into Border Village Duchy. I mean, they could take 2 upgrades here, but that's just way too risky. I mean, in fact, that's probably losing, right? Because they're not going to get any points if they do that. Or they're not going to get any duchies. I think you take 2 duchies and an estate here. Gives you a nice 6-point lead. And then as long as you maintain that lead, you can keep adding estates for pile pressure. Oh, they're just going to go for the estates. Interesting. Okay. So they do take the 3 estates. Gives them a 5-point lead instead of a 6-point lead, but now they're threatening to win on this turn. With the Bridge Troll in place, they can easily get 2 estates. They just need to find another buy. Assuming, well, of course, Fulavora can get 2 duchies and... No estate, because they have the -1 token. Oh, I guess they could, yeah, they could get an estate here. I don't think they want it. I think they just have to take the Border Village Duchy here. And hope they get another turn. Oh, they don't even take the Duchy? They had an Improve in play, right? They could have improved into Border Village Duchy. Yep, Shanahan doesn't find another plus buy, but... Oh! Yeah, they can improve into Border Village and take the estate. So they did have it. They had the 3 buys to pile out. So good game to Shanahan. Winning QCup 62. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Fulavora on 2nd place. Yeah, after the fact, Fulavora thinks Black Market should have been bought. I certainly wanted it, but I mean, you had to get it early. Hopefully find some draw cards. But yeah, quick game with piles. So again.